Welcome to Just Jackson Guests. Guys, it's going to go so fast tonight. I have got Rita and Trip, and oh my gosh, they got so much to talk about because they're amazing. And if you haven't met them yet, you're totally missing out. So make sure that you go to the event page. And if you're on LinkedIn, follow their pages, get to know them because you're going to want to hear what they have to say. And you're going to want to follow up with so many cool things we're going to highlight tonight. But I need to give you guys a few introductions about what's going on in my world since the last week. I already see my dear Nomi. Actually, I pronounced her last name wrong because I wanted to rhyme with pepperoni, but she's here and I've got to meet her in person. My dear Christy is here and Randy's in the house already. He named me Thelma. So when I went to Arizona last month with Melissa, he was like, you know, who's Thelma and who's Louise? Because we were driving everywhere and having fun. And nobody really wanted to guess who was who. So I love that. So hope, help, and humor. I wonder who that could be. We're going to hear about that in just a little bit. Adrian, thank you so much for being here. Guys, Just Jackson Guests airs weekly. It's my time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is every single Monday. Now, guys, a couple hours ago, I got sick, like super sick. Sick enough, I called my mom and said, there's a chance I might need to take me to urgent care. And then boom, it just went away. So if for some reason you see me totally jump off, Rita and Trip, they'll just run the show. They won't have a problem doing that because we got so much good stuff to say. I see Mr. Mike is here. I know yesterday he had a cool happy birthday video or song for Melissa. That was cool on their Careers, Chaos, and Coaching show. Jason, nice to see you here. And oh my gosh. And Melissa, of course, is here. Thank you. I just shouted out your name. And then Sean, thank you for being here. Guys, I appreciate some new people here. I appreciate those of you that can just tag a couple friends, send this post, because if you are interested in the reentry space, if you're interested in criminal justice, if you're interested in learning about how journalism and detective work can kind of work in certain cases, if you want to hear about a super cool conference coming up and some super cool networking going on in this space, you want to tune in and you want to get some people coming. Now, you can totally watch the replay, and you can watch the replay on my LinkedIn page or my YouTube channel. And it is just kind of like on the screen right now, except you don't need the comment. It's just at Jackie Hallberg, LMSW on YouTube. Go back and check out some of the other guests. It is just amazing. Every time we get guests on stage, it's like, oh my gosh, they're my favorite. Now these ones are my favorite. Now these ones are my favorite because I learned so much. Whether they're people I've talked to a lot on social media, whether they're people I've lived in or actually met in person. Marcia's here. Oh my goodness, Kenny. Oh guys, I am having so much fun seeing so many beautiful people in the crowd. It does a heart good. Guess what else does a heart good? Some of you guys have been following along about my son's motorcycle accident from last month. Today was a very big day for him. For those of you that don't know, he got burned on his entire right side of his body from what they call road rash, as when you're on a motorcycle and you hit the pavement very hard. He also had his motorcycle land on him, so it was extra hard. He and his girlfriend have been rock stars. I mean, they have to change his bandages every single day. And usually there's either 2 or 3 other ones of us. It's either me, his dad, his sister, or all 3 of us on top of them. Today, him and his girlfriend did his bandage changes all by themselves. Who changes their own bandages when you are burned like he is? It just makes my heart happy because they're such an amazing team. It talks to me about resiliency and about how we sometimes don't give younger people credit that they deserve. They're both only 21 doing some amazing things. So just wanted to give you a little update on him. Thank you for all the people that are shouting out and reaching out to him. And I see Jason's here. Christopher, you made it early. I'm so glad. Charles, thank you for being here. Guys, Jason, check out his post from today. He might have announced a special guest that's going to be on his show, Time to Change, on Friday. That's me. It's me. I'm excited to have you guys see the show because he's amazing. John was amazing. I loved being able to be with them, and it went by so fast. So make sure you check out him and see what's going on there. I am always focused on mental wellness. I want to make sure people remember that they deserve to take care of themselves. So even when other people are taking your time or they're hurting, you got to take care of yourself too. So I'm super excited to be learning about a new person close to my town. She's in the town right below me, so it's only like a 20-minute drive. It's called Miha Leadership Coaching, and she specializes in working with Latinas and friends of Latinas. And so there is a wellness retreat she is doing coming up really soon. I'm like so excited to be able to say, oh my gosh, this is like in my hometown, because so many people do only coaching like virtually, and I love that, and that's so amazing. And then you can pick and choose who you get, but it's also important to know what's in your local town or what you can do. So if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me. I'd be happy to connect you with her, or you can check out her website that I just put on the screen, because guys, we got to invest in ourselves. I mean, it is stuff we got to do. Just like we're coming up on the Work-Life Balance Summit, guys, it's in less than a month now. Less than a month. I get to see Damien and Dr. Tanya in person in less than a month. Now, the conference, the summit, is actually virtual, but we're actually getting together to celebrate the 2350 network and do a few other things. My topic that's coming up for that is actually called Balancing It All on the Budget. Guys, I still have one discounted $20 ticket for this whole summit. It's a 2-day event. Please reach out if you're interested in it, because you deserve to invest in yourself. A couple other shout outs. If you don't know, September, at least in America, is Recovery Month. Guys, you deserve to recover, and recovery is possible. Now, guys, sometimes we put major stigma on those that have had any form of a substance use disorder, but we can also be addicted to things like food. That's me. You know, I've had a lot of medical support in my food addiction. We have other addictions. We might exercise too much. We might gamble. We might do stuff that gets us divorced or get us in a loss of a relationship. There are different things that affect each and every one of us. And usually because we didn't develop safe coping mechanisms when we're younger. So take care of you, invest in yourself, whether it's going to a retreat or a summit, whether it's reaching out to a life coach or a counselor or somebody like that. It's super important for you to do what works for you, because what might work for me just might not be your bag of tricks, and you be like, oh, that's going to cause me more stress, and I'm sure not going to be happy if I do that. Totally understandable. So did you check my LinkedIn post today? Did you? Do you know I put a poll on there? I have 5 different things that I said, pick one. What is true about me? I listed 5 things, and I want to hear your guesses. Guys, if you didn't check it out real quick. The things I have, I would love to see your guys' comments. And later in the show, I'm going to tell you the answer, even though people that don't watch the show or don't catch the replay won't find out for a week. The questions or the topics were, I have 18 tattoos. I had 26 credits one semester in college. What's the next one? I've been to 4 continents. Pumpkin spice is my favorite. And I'm a licensed counselor. What do you guys think is true? Some of you guys have already answered the poll questions, or you wrote in the comments there. I want to hear from you tonight, because I want to see who's actually thinking a little bit more about this Jackie person on this Just Jack show, because you guys are coming back week after week. You're supporting amazing people, but y'all need to know about me, because if you don't trust me to get you on stage, why would you be here, right? Okay, I think I'm looking at my list like, oh my gosh, what else do we need to talk about? There's so much. First of all, thank you again to everybody that's shown up. I see my friend Omar. He took time to text me today, even though I was a little bit of a mess today, and I appreciate that so much. Guys, thank you. I see some people that are joining from YouTube as well. Our Thrive Hive, I love it. Thank you so much. Tennessee in the house. We have already quite a few different states represented. I'm trying to see if we have any other countries yet. We usually get a handful of countries. So this global network needs to expand, and you get to learn from other people that are doing some of the same work you do. So funny thing, this chick Rita, I mean, like, we all of a sudden just started like connecting on LinkedIn. I can't remember if Noah was the cause of that or somebody else. And we're like, we both talk about correction stuff and reentry stuff. And how the heck do we live an hour and a half away and we still haven't met? And then, oh yeah, it's kind of like her birthday today. So let's bring Miss Rita on stage. Look at that beautiful face. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So I have told people 5 million times you will never hear me sing, especially on something that's recorded. So you ain't getting a happy birthday song from me, but I am so thankful you're here. And I am absolutely overjoyed that you are partnering so much with Mr. Noah. You and Trip were just on the Inside Out podcast. I think I was featured last semester. Super cool. The work is so important. And through you, I got to know this Trip guy because, him and I had very little dealings. I'd see his name, he'd pop up in an event, I'd see his posts and stuff, but we didn't really have the interaction that you and I just kind of like, boom, we're like, love you, girl, love you back. And we're like, we haven't even met yet, but it's so cool. So I'm going to bring up the amazing Trip to join us. Here he comes. How are you, Trip?
I'm doing so good. Thank you so much.
Are you a singer? Did you want to sing happy birthday to Miss Rita?
I'm going to go do some karaoke later. So I got to sing my voice.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh gosh, you guys are just full of so many cool things. I am super excited to actually share a little bit about what I know about you guys, but really dive into you guys. So we're going to talk about all the cool business stuff you guys do and all the amazing things that are coming up, what you're partnering by yourself, what you're partnering with, all these cool new things with this guy that still hasn't been on my stage, but yet he shows up week after week and he tells me about great people. Yeah, why isn't he? I know, right? Right? Come on, Noah. But he's in the background cheering you guys on, and he sent me some graphics, so we're going to go over him in a minute. But if you guys have never watched the beginning of Just Jackson Guests, when a guest comes on stage, they get to be highlighted. I want to ask you guys 3 different questions so guests can get to know you as a human before they start hearing about your business world and all the passion and projects you're going to do. Are you ready?
Ready. Let's go.
All right. So Rita, you get first because you're birthday girl, okay? The first question I'm going to ask you is share with the group 2 things you are proud of that you have accomplished in life. It can be recent. It can be from when you were 4 years old. Let us know what stands out to you, please.
I think the biggest thing I'm proud of, the thing that just shines and just continues to grow is Clutch. Clutch Justice is my independent news desk. It has grown into way more than I ever thought it would. Having multiple impacted authors, but also some of the things that I've been able to investigate, it's absurd, but also wonderful. So Clutch is one. But then I would say, being a mom is, the other thing I'm very, very proud of. I love my kids, and I think I'm not just shaping them, they help shape me too.
That's so powerful. One of your posts, gosh, it was around one of the holidays. I can't remember if it was this past holiday. I think it was this past holiday cycle. You shared about your kids and some of the experiences they have to go through with the lifestyle you guys are leading. And that's one of the things that I love about people coming to the stage is that they're not hiding their stuff. They are talking authentic. They are talking real life. And that is so important. Follow her, check out her website, Clutch Justice. Now, we're going to talk more about that in a little bit, but she just gave a shout out to that, and you deserve to be proud of that. I saw your post from yesterday that something real cool happened for you, even. Do you want to add that to your 2 things? With the Meta stuff?
With the conference, or which thing?
No, I'm sorry. With the Meta being able to copyright stuff and everything.
Yeah. For those of you who haven't met me or had to, follow along with my drama lately, I have had a pretty turbulent time with a cyber stalker. I was able to win a DCMA takedown, or a DMCA takedown. I'm sorry.
Will you let people know what that stands for?
Yeah, Digital Millennial Copyright Act. So it's if somebody starts stealing your content and using it to bully you, you can fight back. You have every legal right to do it, especially if you're a business owner. And so that was a very big win to be able to fight back and take, no, this is my name. This is my stuff. You don't get to steal it. So yeah, that was a big win.
It is so huge. And I am so very proud of you. All right, Trip, it's your turn. 2 things that you are proud of, my friend.
Well, first, before I get to my 2, I am so proud of Rita for wearing her heart and putting her heart into everything that she does in Clutch and some of the stuff that we're doing in her family and her life. Just remarkable woman. So kudos, Rita. 2 things that I am most proud of. I thought about this for a while. One I know for sure is, while I was incarcerated, I helped build a prison education program that started out as a library where people could sign up and take some GED classes. And it turned into one of the most robust blossoming, still growing programs. I still talk to several of the students there and the teachers there. And man, I'm so proud that I was able to have purpose and to build something that's sustainable, to make the world just a little bit better for people that are incarcerated. That is by far the most proud I have been in my life. I would say the second is that through my incarceration, through a lot of the troubles, the difficulties, the ups and downs in life, I've found authenticity. I've found a way of living an authentic life and being proud of it, and not being ashamed and not hiding things. And it's been a long journey. It's been a long and winding, but I am so proud that now I can be me. I can be Trip. And if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't.
Well, I like you because I got you on stage. So how cool is that? Oh, guys, I appreciate that. You guys, oh gosh, there's so much that people can do no matter what their world looks like right now. You can be destitute. You can be, in a bad place. You can be having all this kind of wonderful stuff thrown at you, and you can still make life changes and you can help other people. And both of you exemplify that. And I love it so much. But even though you guys have both had some pretty cool successes, even though we're going to talk about some upcoming things that are so cool that you two are doing with or without Noah, since he's not on stage with us. But what is something, Trip, I'm going to start with you this time. What is one area that you are still growing at? Because the day we stop growing, guys, the day we stop learning, this thing starts getting mushy on us. So what's something you're working on for yourself, Trip?
You know what? I still face imposter syndrome. I still don't see myself in the same way that other people see me, that they say they see me as. And I'm very risk averse because I don't want to step beyond what I think I'm capable of, or beyond where I think I can make the most difference in the world. And that is sheltered by just this sometimes nagging belief that I don't have what it takes, or I'm not good enough. So imposter syndrome is something that I still struggle with.
I appreciate you sharing that. It's something that I don't know if anyone, a human, ever doesn't at some point in their life. And sometimes it goes for decades and decades. And when you're willing to put yourself out there, when you're willing to come on lives and tell people about yourself, it helps this thing up here realize just how impactful you can be. You may not, have people literally patting you on the back all day long or giving you that, yes, Trip, you can do just as much as anybody else. But your brain deserves to know how important and amazing you are. So thank you for sharing that. That makes my heart happy. If you guys didn't realize it, Trip is actually on location right now. He is down at a conference, a 2-day conference. He spoke today. He is joining us from his hotel room. That is dedication, coming on a show today like that when he's got so many other things going on in his world. So there is no imposter to you following through, my friend. Thank you. Rita, what's an area you're growing in, something you're still working in?
Oh boy. Trip can attest to this. He's seen it in action. I am not patient. I when I want to do something, I want it done yesterday. And I tend to get frustrated if I can't do something right out of the gate. So that's a place I'm still growing. But yeah, I'm somebody that if I can move a mountain, I will. So I really don't like being told no.
There is a blessing and a curse to being not patient, I guess you could say, and a blessing and a curse for being patient. So I love that you can see that about yourself. And there are people like me, my ADHD kind of correlates with this whole procrastination thing. And sometimes I am not going to get something done today or yesterday, but tomorrow I might get 17,000 things done. So it's always an interesting dynamic when we talk to people. All right, last question. And then we're going to get to you guys highlighting yourself and all these cool things that everybody is waiting to hear about, especially Mr. Impasta eating a chicken Alfredo tonight. You saw that, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. You don't even want to know the kind of word jargon I came up with last week. If you guys didn't see the show, I was trying to talk about something really kind of educated type of thing. And I came up with the term mocha jambalaya. Who says something like that on air? And nobody commented except Mr. Noah.
That sounds good. Mocha jambalaya?
Maybe
chocolate,
I should.
spice.
Maybe I need to like harness it or something. It could be a thing.
I'm in
Rita-
New Orleans right now. That's probably a thing here. I'll go find some mocha
Oh my
jambalaya.
gosh. You've got to send us a picture if you do, because I mean, that would be like the key for sure. Rita, if you could travel any place in the world right now with no strings attached, no money issues, no anything, where would you go and why?
The UK. I am a huge Anglophile, and I really want to go do the Doctor Who experience in the UK. Like, it's been on my to-do list, but I haven't been able to do it yet. So yeah, I want to go to the UK and do all of the terrible touristy things, all of the typical stuff. But yeah, that's where I would want to go.
Oh, fun. I love that. Would you go by yourself or would you take the crew?
I would drag everyone with me, and definitely Trip. Yeah,
I love it.
because somebody has to tell me no and keep me in check.
And I hear you two are finally meeting in person real soon too, right?
Yes, he's
A
gonna
week
have
away.
to come with me next week, and he's gonna
Yay.
be like, "I'm so sick of her."
I love that you just put that into the energy. You know, it's like, you know, it's going to happen. You're going to get done with me. I got too much energy, talk too much. Yeah, that's me too. That's why sometimes I prefer traveling alone, because I'm like, I only talk to, you know, the people I come in contact with, what, for maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour or something like that. Then they don't have to be like, wow, she doesn't shut up sometimes. Or they want to talk my ear off. And I'm like, no, I'm on a no person zone right now. I'm in my zone and you're bothering my bubble. Trip, not counting when you go see Miss Rita, not counting where you're at in New Orleans right now. Where would you travel if you could go absolutely anywhere right now?
You know what, Jackie? I also am a big proponent of traveling alone. I love going and sitting on a beach by myself. I love eating at a restaurant by myself, even with funny looks. I've been trying to, and don't even ask, but I've been trying to learn Norwegian. And it's not. I have some Scandinavian in my blood, but it's not like I have any Norwegian family. It seemed like a really unique culture. So I picked up some Duolingo, and I've been trying to learn the language. I would love to go to Norway. The pictures that I've seen are just so amazing. The culture is so human-centric and eco-centric. Just a really beautiful place. I would love to go to Norway if I could.
Oh, I love that so much. Norway is one of those countries that less crime, happier, healthier people. It checks off nearly all the boxes, other than it's
Beautiful prisons.
Yeah. It's like a whole different lifestyle. I love that. I don't know when I'll get over to Europe at all. It was supposed to be on my 2026 bucket list, but some of my finances and my friend that was going to go with me, our lifestyles are changing a little bit with a couple things going on with both of our sons. So it's like, we're not planning something big right now, but if it just happens to work out and you guys go to one of those places, you need somebody to hang out with, talk to me, maybe we can plan it. I love it. But let's go when it's a little warmer, because I don't want to freeze when I'm on traveling. Okay, guys. We have had some amazing comments. People are already asking some questions in there. There's a couple people that are biting on the comments when I asked about the poll I put out about what is true about Jackie, because I want them to guess and want them to know. And do you have a guess, Trip?
I think all of them are true.
It is crazy. I had so many people saying that. I'm like, guys, I literally wrote in there. I literally said the one thing. Y'all think I want to come on to live TV or live is social media and lie to you guys? So I am going to tell you right now, they are not all true. There is one truth in there. Oh, go for it, Rita.
I got to guess. I think I know which one is not true.
Okay.
For sure. Pumpkin spice. I don't see it happening. Am I right?
So totally. Girl, I bought the little pumpkin spice Little Debbie's the other day because they were like 2 for, cheaper price. And I'm like, I'll get one of the ones I know I like, and I'll do this pumpkin spice thing because, I am a white girl. You're supposed to like it, right? Oh, hell no. No, that Jean done missed the boat because that was not okay. I took the rest of the box. We only have 5 guys in the program right now that are currently in jail. So I took it to them today. I'm like, have fun. I don't want that stuff.
Let them have it.
I think non-pumpkin spice girls can just connect with each other. I think that's a thing. I love that
Read
so
it.
much. Oh, good. So where do we want to start? Do we want to talk the H3? Do we want to talk the podcast? Do we want to talk brick by brick? Where do you guys want to take this?
Maybe if we go in chronological order for how this all started, Trip, what do you think of, like, it all began technically with the concept for brick by brick?
Did it really?
Agreed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so like, do you and Noah just do a lot of stuff like behind the scenes, the three of you guys, or what got you guys talking about brick by brick?
So I want to say, like Noah and I had started hitting it off, and we started like bouncing ideas off of each other. I sanity checked, something that he's working on. I don't think he's actually announced it yet, so I won't say anything. But I was one of the first set of eyes on it. I think you were too, Jackie. And so, we realized we have a lot in common, both huge John Oliver fans. And he was like, I'm getting ready to do a virtual reentry conference. What do you think? And I'm like, heck yeah, sign me up. And then I think that's when I dragged you in, Trip. Is that right?
Yeah. We had been talking a little bit here and there. And you were like, hey, we're having a meeting, show up. And
like, get in, loser. We're going to have a conference. Yeah.
So how do you guys have like the countdown on how many speakers yet for the conference?
Yes, we have 3 phenomenal keynote speakers. It's a full day conference. We're going to have 3 different sessions throughout the day. We've got 3 amazing speakers, all system impacted, all with a beautiful message. And then we've got some breakout sessions and some education along with that. So we have 6 other guests, I guess, leading breakout sessions. So we've got a phenomenal group of individuals. I believe that the rollout, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the rollout for a lot of those announcements starts next week.
That's kind of what I heard in the background. And I did get permission to share this person just may be presenting with you guys. So super excited to keep being in the space with you all. I have different energy. I have so much experience. Guys, I was doing reentry before reentry was even a word. Like, we were doing things with youth that were sent to long-term placements. A lot of times they were 18-month programs out of state. And so we would work and do reentry with them and their parents and their providers, both at their offsite place and the people that were going to work with them when they got back to our town, way before anybody used those words reentry. So the fact that we are talking about literally global conferences and people with lived experience being able to actually share their life with other people, trying to give hope, trying to give opportunity, having that humor involved, guys, it expands my heart like 5,000,000%. Because when I started doing it in the beginning, it's just like, okay, maybe grandpa would show up or a coach, but then there'd be all these teachers or principals like, well, we don't know if he's going to be successful when he comes back here. Shouldn't he go to an alternative school? And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, really? Okay. So that's a whole different topic. But I love that you guys have partnered. You guys are going to be bringing so much stuff. I don't care what the topic is that I present on at anything. I learn so much from the people that listen to the sessions. I will never call myself an expert. When I start talking about things, it's my experiences and it's what I've brought to other people or they've brought to me. But when you get in a conference like this, guys, you actually learn from the people that are listening. Other people will learn from you. So I cannot wait to help promote the bejesus out of the conference once it's officially rolled out. I just had the graphic up and it does have a date. So if you guys are interested, lock in November 6th and you'll get more details soon. There are multiple time zones involved in this. So the timing and everything will be launched whenever you guys are all ready to do the official launch. So I'm so excited for you guys. So you guys decided on
Yes.
That has a good ring to it, doesn't it? It's not voting day. It's not Veterans Day. It's kind of sandwiched right in there. I love it.
Bookends.
It was almost like you guys planned it or something, right? I love it. So because Miss Rita's brain is a little bit more analytical than mine, she said chronological. What comes up next, guys?
Okay, so after the conference, it would be, I think actually I had told Trip, hey, I think I want to try out for a podcast with Noah.
Yep.
And then he was like, well, let's do it together. And I'm like, really? You want to do a podcast with me? Like, we get to hang out and have an excuse to do it. Like, heck yeah, let's do it. And so we went in and basically did like a Seinfeld episode of like, what do we do for a podcast? It was a podcast about nothing. But it was so fun. And I think we should do it as a lost episode, really.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yep.
But it was a lot of fun. And, we sent it to Noah. We talked to Noah that same day. He's like, can you guys get on a call with me? And that's how Don't Panic was born.
I love that so much. Guys, it is officially launching in January. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes. So a lot of behind the scenes, like, because, that leads to another thing that's coming, when it came chronologically, but because there's a couple of things we're juggling right now, as you can tell. It's a work in progress, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be really great.
I love it. And I have seen this graphic multiple times. Is that a dumpster fire, Mr. Noah? Is that what that graphic is, guys?
Actually, so Rita came up with that graphic. She designed it by herself. Yep. She was throwing out tons of ideas. The original plan was kind of this like bantery, let's talk about reentry, let's talk about criminal justice reform. And then it just has turned into just this phenomenal, like playful, informational, educational, but also entertaining show that we are just so excited to bring you. So we have so many good topics to dive into. We have so many things that don't get discussed enough, that maybe information is incorrect out in the world. And we just want to clarify some things. We want to keep people in mind. And the biggest thing is we don't want people to panic. We want to give a next step, a way forward, how to make it a better situation or thing as much as possible.
I love that so much. And that's one of the coolest things when I hear some of the stuff you guys are doing is, it's not just, you got to do this, because who wants to hear that kind of crap? I know a teenager in a high school setting doesn't want to hear it, just like I don't want to hear it at my job, just like other people don't want to hear it if they're sitting behind a locked door. We got to figure out how to get people to get that personality and to really realize that the beauty of reentry is a relationship building. And whether you're the person that is on the inside, whether you're the family waiting, whether you're the workers, going to be on their caseload, it is not about numbers. It's not checking boxes, guys. And unfortunately, that's kind of how reentry started. Get them a job, and everything will be fine. And it's so much more than that. So, I will be following your podcast. I cannot wait to hear about it. I can't wait to see some of the reactions and the different interactions you guys have. And if you ever want somebody as a guest, you know where to come. I'm excited for you guys. So chronologically, we have that you guys decided to just throw together this amazing retreat. And did I hear that it's only like $5? Not the retreat, the conference.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, just $5, because the whole point is, conferences can get expensive fast, because not only do you have to pay for accommodations, you have to pay for airfare, you have to pay for your food and travel and all of the things that come along with it. But when you're re-entering, you don't have that kind of money. Like, that money is gone because you're paying your court fees. You're just trying to get back, put life back together. So Noah's concept, in his wisdom, I'm going to make his head way too big and he's not going to be able to fit through a door tomorrow. But in his wisdom, he's like, let us bring the conference to you. And that is the beauty of Brick by Brick. It's that we really are, saying, hey, we're here. And, when you're ready, come on over. We'll help you get back on your feet.
And we're really excited. One of the most amazing things about the conference is that we're partnering with Nucleos. Nucleos has the capability of putting content into a lot of incarcerated facilities. So we're gonna try to live stream the conference to the inside as well. It's going to be recorded. We're going to have all the information for people that are out and in reentry, or people that are getting there. And that is so exciting that we have that capability of pre-entry conference with all the bells and whistles that come with a a reentry conference.
Right. Yeah. And the really cool thing is there is also opportunity for networking built into it. Like we're using some Zoom technology that allows it to actually be like a virtual conference. You can come in and out of rooms. Your ticket works all day long. Really, really cool. So some of the breakout sessions that we have are going to be phenomenal. Entrepreneurship, belongingness, all sorts of things that people need, to have that solid foundation and really brick by brick rebuild your life.
I love it so much. Guys, there are so many people in the comments. If we don't get to the questions that are posted for Trip and Rita, hopefully they'll be able to have some time to go back there and interact with them, posting some of your business stuff, posting out. Noah's been doing a great job putting some links in already, but definitely go back and check. And if you are somebody that's watching the replay or you've never connected with Rita or with Trip or Noah, make sure to connect with them, because even if you are not in the reentry space right now, even if you don't know anybody that's in prison, even if you have never really thought about the criminal justice world, guys, we are all one decision away, or one circumstance away, because we may not intentionally plan to do something and life happens and we are considered somebody that's at fault or in a charged situation. There is also way too many people behind bars that have done nothing wrong at all, and they have been an easy target, or there's somebody that people wanted off the streets for other reasons, and they just happened to decide that there was enough information to lodge them. That's some of what you do on your side stuff too, Rita, I know, and it's passionate. We could talk for hours and hours about all the rough stuff that goes on with incarceration, and so many people that are sitting behind bars that should not be there, and some of the people that have been exonerated, which is amazing. However, they had years and years and years stolen from them, or they were sent to prison. Maybe it was a charge they did, but their sentencing guidelines were ridiculous, where somebody over here might have got just a couple months in jail and this person got 10 years of their life in prison for nearly this exact same charge. It depends on the judge. It depends on the prosecutor. It depends on your public defender or lawyer. It depends on the state you are in, and then it depends on the county you are in. It's tough stuff, guys. Working in this field is not easy. And both Rita and Trip are talking so great and they're passionate. That's what we need in this field, because even when the times suck, even when you get those letdowns, appeals don't get processed, you don't get released early, you don't, have any opportunity, you don't get to visit your family, you don't have people supporting you, you get funding pulled. You got to have different people in your corner. And that's like real life, guys. Whether you're in this field or this field, if you are not spending time with people that they don't even have to necessarily agree with you, but they have to respect you and support you. And I might do things a little differently than Rita, but maybe Trip and I do exactly the same. But Trip and Rita do some stuff both alike and separately, depending on where they're at. And that's okay, as long as you're working towards the good and you're not trying to hurt people, you're not trying to downgrade them or disrespect them, or you're not trying to say one thing to their face and then you go and you talk to the judge or the police and it's a whole different story. That is about the worst thing you can do in any capacity, but especially if you're in the reentry field. So this is kind of like my call to action. While you guys are promoting your podcast, while you're starting to do the conference, you got the next thing coming up in just a second that's going to really highlight it's not okay to get in this field or any field that deals with mental health. It deals with corrections. It deals with people's lived experience. Going in there to just fluff your own ego, to build this on your resume, to look what I did, look who I saved. No, you've got to feel it in your heart. You have to be passionate about the injustices going on, and you can't be somebody that's going to cry all day long, because you're going to hear a whole bunch of crap and sadness and hurt. You have to be able to say, this sucks, this is unfair, this is pretty evil or horrendous. How can we work together to move forward? And both of you guys just are representing that so well. So I want to turn it back over to either of you. Let's talk about what's coming next for you. Let's talk about the network. Let's talk about what you guys want to talk about. We got about 15 more minutes and then I'll wrap up a little bit. And I want to turn it to you guys. Who wants to start?
I've talked a lot. Trip, do you want to start on
this? I would love to. I do want to make sure that Rita has ample opportunity to push and talk about Clutch as well. I know mentioned it a little bit earlier, but that is an amazing platform that more people need to subscribe to. So the H3 network, what I found in this field is that there are people that love doing things by themselves, and they love getting the self congratulations or the kudos from other people for doing the things and standing up on top of the rock and challenging things on their own. What I found is that more strength and more solutions come from working together. So one of the things that we found in putting together this conference, in seeing how the different voices align, again, kudos to Noah. The idea was, hey, let's make this strength by numbers. Let's be a bunch of different voices, but all in line with one another in trying to provide hope for those in reentry, hope for those that are incarcerated, hope for the families of people that are impacted. We want to provide help. We want to teach them and educate them and give them the resources that they need. And man, he is so right. Laughter goes so far. And so hope, help, and humor, the 3 H's, for the upcoming phenomenal. I couldn't be more proud and honored to be in this network. The H3 network launches in January.
I think 2026 is going to be amazing for all of you.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be so tired, but it's a good thing I don't really sleep. So got that going for me.
Blessing or a curse, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about this? I mean, launching all of this in the same month. I said you guys are going to be busy, but guys, the impact you're going to have on so many people.
It felt so natural that all of these dominoes fell when it did, though. Like, I can't imagine these 3 things not being in tandem, because without them, they all kind of lead into each other. And if you didn't have that, I don't know how certain things would promote, number 1, but 2, like, it's just so much to keep people going and keep people excited and build them up. And that's the best part, I think. Like, I see the potential. And then also, getting to meet some of my fellow, cohort, I guess, for the network, and getting to work with them and seeing the things that they're doing, it's inspiring. And then we all bring something different to the table. So my experience with web design and those kinds of things, I can bring that and share that with, people on the team who have none of that experience. But then they can also help link me in and, open the door for me for other things as well. So it really is a collaborative effort, and it's fantastic. Like, I would not want to do this any other way, even though, like Noah said, we're all going to have gray hair by January 2026. Yeah.
But honestly, it's like a built-in support system at the same time.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like you're doing everything on your own, right? There's such a collaborative mindset. There's such like a connective community. We are a network. One. What is the tagline? One voice. Many voices. One. Oh man, I just botched it. Sorry,
many voices,
Noah.
one network.
One network,
yeah.
Many voices. Stay tuned in October when we're pitching for some of the amazing things that are going to happen in January with the H3 network. You'll see some of the characters that are putting together this network, and you will just smile. You won't help but smile at the creativity, the fun, the just good people.
Well, not you, because you just got fired, apparently.
Did you see it? Oops. So the tagline, you'll get that down by October's launch, right, Trip?
I'll just have Rita say it all the time.
I'll take care of it. So that's the great thing about me and Trip is like we play so well off of each other. Like something that I'm not good at, he just naturally picks up, and vice versa. We've just got each other's back, and it's effortless. It's It's fun working
Words
with one of your
aren't
best friends.
my strong suit.
And I have way too many of them.
You have a lot of them. So
I have a lot of them and a lot of big feelings to go
Yeah.
along with. So
Yeah.
And that's fair. And that's the beauty. It's like, you know, one of the reasons I do this show is because people are so diversely unique. There are tough things going on in each and every one of our lives, even if all you do is post on social media about how wonderful life is, or they see you driving a fancy this, or they see you over at this place or hanging with these people. We all have stuff going on. We have great things, we have sad things, we have challenges. And when we network together, when we find those people that can kind of lift us up, okay, I'm not good with words today, but you got this, let's do this. Or you are somebody that doesn't want to be the face out there. You're not comfortable talking or being on stage or presenting to other people. But boy, you know how to get everything organized in the background. You got the research, you got this. It's a beautiful thing. Getting to know people outside your box is the whole premise of this show. It doesn't matter what titles you have behind your name. It doesn't matter if you have lived experience. It doesn't matter if you have college degrees or if you dropped out in 8th grade. It doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account, what kind of credentials or titles you hold or have wanted to do. It matters that you are a living, breathing human trying to do what you can to survive in the best way possible. And when we work together with that, it makes life easier, but it also shows the opportunity that actually is available to all of us, but some of us were never told that. And hearing things like you're not going to amount to anything, you don't deserve to go to college, nobody's going to treat you good, living in an area that maybe everybody's struggling to find food for dinner that night, having gunshots going off all the time, having people bully you, even if you are living in a wealthy community or a safer community, there are still a lot of struggles that go on. And when we keep it all up here, it feels almost insurmountable. And again, September is Suicide Awareness Month. There are already way too many things going on in September that just breaks my heart, that I wish that more people would talk about the ick so we can reduce the stigma, we can support each other, and we can have laughter when we're talking about very tough stuff. I mean, you guys are talking about tough stuff all the time, but you guys giggle and bounce off each other. And that's how we survive together, guys. So I can't thank you guys enough for that. I know Trip wanted to let you share a little bit more about Clutch Justice. So do you want to take that away right now, Rita?
Sure. Yeah. So Clutch started as a project of, I became justice impacted through a loved one who was not supposed to go to prison. There was a plea deal in place. And to this day, the prosecutor will tell you there was no plea deal. There was a plea deal. It was documented, but not documented in the way that I guess was legally binding. And that person ended up going to prison for 10 to 20 years when they were not supposed to serve a single day. And so overnight, I became a single mom. Really within the blink of an eye. It wasn't even overnight. And what happened was I knew from my own experience, I had just finished my master's in criminal justice. And I said, yes, I know the system is screwed up, but I didn't know it was this screwed up. Something is going on. And sure enough, I was right. I ended up getting really, really good at researching corruption and following the money and figuring out why certain things in the system are as broken as they are. And that is what Clutch does to this day. I've been able to scale a lot of the same concepts and bring it into, countrywide, essentially. I don't think there's a single state at this point other than maybe Hawaii. Maybe Hawaii just doesn't have as many wrongful convictions. I don't know. But I don't think there's a single state, really in America that I haven't seen this happen. It's heartbreaking, but what helps and what keeps me going and doing this, because it's not glamorous and you don't make a ton of money doing it. It's a passion project for sure. But knowing that somebody was like, I didn't know where else to go and I found you. And I was able to be there for them when nobody else would understand or get it or be able to help them. That's why I do what I do with Clutch. So I investigate a whole mess of corruption and debauchery and things that it's like, wow, that's really happening in America. And it's like, yeah, that's really happening in America. So that's Clutch.
And she's modest. She's really, really, really good at that. She finds all the details. She does not publish things until she's got all of the I's dotted and the T's crossed. Like, man, her legal beagle mind and nose is on the hunt. And when it is, you do not get in her way. The only thing that might detract her at any point is Taylor Swift. But I don't even know sometimes if that would happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Can you see her? Like, she's right there. Yeah.
She's like looming over you, like
Right.
a country girl.
Yeah, it's my girl.
So, thinking of Taylor, you being a Swiftie, you connected with one of my very good besties, Jeff Van Dyke.
Yes, I love him.
Oh, wait until you meet him in person. So, Jeff and I had our two offices that we worked for shared building space up until last year. So I got to chat with Jeff as often as possible. But we've also done a couple of different community events together or supported each other in our own events. The heart on that human is just magnificent, and he is really coming into himself, and he's showing more about diversity and awareness and inclusivity and positivity, all while he is facing some major injustices with different medical things being taken away and different new laws that are possibly going to be enacted. And Rita, I can only imagine Clutch Justice is just going to get busier and busier. And you do got to get some money out of it, because you also got bills to pay and kids to feed and all that fun stuff, and gas money to get to visits and things like that. Pay this woman, guys, and find some grant money for her that doesn't have all these red tape things attached to it. Give her some money. Let her do the work, because like Tripp said, there were a couple posts like when you and I first started seeing each other that you posted on LinkedIn, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she just said this. Does she have all her ducks in a row? Is she going to get fired, or is she going to get sued? Is it liable? All this stuff. And then I'm like, oh, this girl got it going on. She not posting anything that's just hearsay or just a wonder or something. And it is amazing the people that don't use their voices when they see corruption, when they know what it's going on, because we're either scared of retaliation or we're afraid we don't have all our facts. Rita is living, breathing on how you can take, I'm not supposed to swear on here, but a shit show. I mean, that's pretty much what unfortunately happened in your family. Yeah. And you have just exploded to help other people. You could just be working on your own family situation. You could be just promoting a side business just to make money, not to help others. But yet you're doing all of this, and it is amazing. And it's so thankless, but yet we want to thank you and we want to praise you. And Tripp, thank you for letting her yield some time to that, because although this show is about you two together and all the things that are going on, we can do things individually and have impact. And when we know what somebody's doing, we can support you more. So let us know how we can support you, Rita, directly for Clutch Justice. I know Noah's put the link in there and I've shared it a couple times. Let us know how we can support your podcast. Start tagging people. Go back, like once January happens, go back to this video clip. You can finding it easiest probably to my YouTube channel, because that's not as cluttered as my LinkedIn, because boy, I post a lot there. Do go back and reshare this, and then you can have all the links right back there, or you can pre-populate it, because we want to make sure you reuse this information. People sometimes don't want to learn about a new business, or they don't have time for another podcast until they learn who the individuals are behind it. And we've got to see a little bit of you guys tonight, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Tripp, I know your video is kind of freezing up a little bit. That doggone hotel video thing kind of gets sometimes, but we know you're there, and we want to make sure that you have a minute too. Anything you're doing outside of the H3 and the Brick by Brick and the upcoming podcast, anything you want to highlight about yourself that we didn't have time for you yet?
I will quickly brag on Tripp, though, is he also is a phenomenal writer, and he is a contributing writer at Clutch.
Oh, I didn't know that. I should have guessed, but I didn't know that. So thank you, Rita. I love how you guys just give each other so many compliments. It's like, could you imagine if the whole world just gave people compliments?
You know what? We're better together. I don't know why people don't do it more often. I have always wanted to write a book, and something that means a lot to me, and I talked a little bit about this at the beginning, is belongingness. And belongingness can happen anywhere. But belongingness can happen in prison in good ways. Belongingness can happen in the darkest of times. So I'm really passionate about making sure that people, regardless of where they're at, are allowed the experience to feel like they belong to a group, that they belong to a community, that there's others like them, that there's others with them. And everything that I do in work and life will surround that theme on some level. So stay tuned. In 2029 or 30 or one of these years, I'll have a book coming out.
Oh, I think maybe we can encourage them sooner than that, right, Rita? Once January's done and you get in your rhythm, do it, because I know you're conquering the world behind the prison system and education, and you're getting all kinds of resources, information out. But let us know how we can support you as well, Trip, both in your personal stuff again and with all the stuff that you're doing that's just absolutely amazing behind the scenes and in the spotlight and all this cool stuff. So I cannot thank both of you enough for being here, taking time out when your schedules are exploding. Yes, the launch is in January, but the behind the scenes, people do not realize what goes on in behind the scenes, not just to start a podcast, but to launch a conference and to launch a network together, not to mention being somebody that actually has to like eat and sometimes go to the bathroom and go to bed and show up to day jobs and all that stuff. You guys are just amazing. You guys are just amazing. And I think, I want an autograph copy when you publish too, Trip. I think Noah said it. I think you guys are just going to do a duo team and just lead the nation, lead the frickin' world, guys, because you guys are making difference every day. You are not out there tooting your own horn being like, God, I have this many followers and I got to be a content creator. You guys are being like, I got stuff to do to make stuff happen, to make a better world. And I cannot thank you both enough. I cannot thank Noah enough, even though he still didn't come on the show yet. He does so much behind the scenes, and we will catch him one of these days. Go check out Noah's page as well. The Inside Out podcast, I think it was just dropped the end of last week, beginning of last week when you guys were on. You can learn more about them. You can hear from Noah. You can see some of the different reasons podcasts can get into the prison system, and it can go to families, and it can offer hope to the community, just like what I know your stuff is going to be doing coming up. And hopefully the conference can be streamed in there as well. Thank you guys. Go back to the comments, check you guys out. I'm going to drop you down and clean up a few things that I need to say before the end of the show.
Thanks,
Love you both.
Yes, thank you, Jackie. We love you. We'll see you soon.
Soon, definitely. Let me know how I can support you guys, and a bunch of people in the comments want to do it too. Bye, guys. Guys, weren't they amazing? Did I not tell you it was going to be powerful? We talked all kinds of back stuff that I get jived on. You know, it's my world, but yeah, I get to see it through their eyes, and I get to see what they're doing. Absolutely amazing humans. Powerful stories, but powerfuler, I know that's not a word, opportunity and things that they're going to just conquer. They're already doing great stuff, but the things coming up are even more. All right. Are you guys ready? Is anybody still out there other than Bill and Noah? I love it. I saw Felipe and I saw William. I appreciate you guys so much. Do you guys have any last minute guesses? Anything in regards to what my truth was? Guys, I put a poll on today. Go back if you want to check it out for sure. But I want you guys to see that sometimes we can judge other people. We think we know them, but do we really know them? So I put that out there as a poll. How well do you know me? It was my post from this morning. So feel free to go back there, see what people's answers are. There were a lot of great guesses. I loved it. When I checked the results, only one person had it right. I had so many people messaging me. I think it's all of them. I know you've done all of these. We've talked about it and everything. So I shared at the beginning of the show, it was not all of them. So those of you that think I do all of that, that's amazing and wonderful. Rita guessed, but it was not true, or it was not accurate. Rita guessed that one of the things that was not true is that I do not love pumpkin spice. Guys, no, that is not me. I have tried in the past couple of days, I tried a pumpkin spice, like Little Debbie type of thing, and a protein shake that was pumpkin spice. Couldn't get more than 2 sips into it and had to toss it. I felt horrible. But you got to do what you got to do. And pumpkin spice is not it. So pumpkin spice, no, you were wrong there if you said that. 4 continents. That was one of my guesses, or one of the answers. No, Guys, I've only been to 2 North America and South America. I've been to all 50 states, and I have a goal by the time I turn 60 to get to all 7 continents. But guys, that takes some money and it takes some time, and I got a lot of work to do to get there. So if you know anybody that wants to sponsor me to some of these continents, and I can do re-entry, I can talk about families, I can do just about anything that is appropriate to lift people up in a different location. I can wear your swag. I can do what you want. Let me know, because I want to get to all 7. But those of you that said I did all 4, nope. Just 2. We're going to get to more soon, I hope, for sure. And maybe doing it with Trip and Rita. 18 tattoos. Guys, look how big my tattoos are. I mean, they're not tiny ones. I don't got room for 18 tattoos because I want to see my tattoos. I spend time and energy and a lot of pain getting them. And I have tattoos for a reason. Not everybody does. They just want to be artistic. They're feeling like getting a little ink therapy. That's okay too. Mine are for a reason. So I want to see them. I would lose count if I had 18. I wouldn't even know where to find them on me. Guys, I have 8 tattoos. But on Friday, I'm getting another one. So then I'll be up to number 9. So 18 was not the right guess. Thank you, though, for thinking that I have that kind of money to put ink on my body, because they are not cheap either. The next guess was that I'm a licensed counselor. Guess what? Do you think it's right? Guess what? I can do counseling. However, I am not a licensed counselor. I am a licensed social worker, especially in the state of Michigan, but I think it's most states. There are different programs. There are different educational programs, and there's different plans of how you can work based on what degree you have in mental health. So with counseling, you usually have a specific type of counseling that you focus on. It's substance abuse. It's geriatric counseling. It is family dynamics. It's maybe it's like relationship, marriage therapy, maybe it's play therapy. With social work, you can get a specialized degree in counseling. So you're doing like, it's not a licensed counselor, but you're doing that therapeutic, or they call it clinical therapy. That's what you get in Michigan. Or you get what's called a macro social work degree, which means you're talking about research and policy and that. I'm old enough. State of Michigan, they grandfathered me. I have both specialties on my certificate. So I am not a licensed counselor, yet I'm licensed to do counseling under my licensed social work degree. That is a mouthful. Sorry about that. So if you're following along, there were 5 things. The one that is actually true, guys, my senior year of college, one semester I took 24 credits. The other one I took 26 credits. And I had 4 part-time jobs, and I drove home every weekend, an hour and 45 minutes away to get to one of the jobs. And I drove up because I volunteered at the college 1 day a week, and that was before my classes started on Monday. How in the world I even slept, how I even did anything, I don't know. I blame it on youth. I blame it on being focused. And then probably 10 or so years after college, I realized I had ADHD. So that was possibly my superpower, what got me through there. So I want to thank all of you. There are so many great people. There's some of you guys getting here a little bit late. That's okay. Take time to watch the replay if you can. If you've never seen a Just Jackson guest show before, please go back and check the replays, especially through YouTube, or go back to my LinkedIn page and you can click on events. It'll be easier to find the ones. And if you're watching on Facebook, they disappear after a few days. I think it's about a 30-day. They delete them now. So make sure that you're figuring out how to subscribe to my YouTube channel, connect with me on LinkedIn. Guys, I'm getting a whole bunch of people like sending me more and more and more and more and more and more spam, instant pitch messages. So I really avoid my DMs on LinkedIn as much as possible because I work hard. I have a lot of work to do during the day. And then I do a lot of side business stuff in the evenings and family, especially with working with my son and his health right now. I just can't sift through 100 emails a day in my DMs that are usually 75 or more % just pitches, people that don't even know me, people that look at one of the jobs that I had years ago and they think they know who I am or they can help me. So please reach out. I have put my email in my LinkedIn about me section, or not the about me, but how to contact and stuff. Email is best. If you're not going to spam me, feel free to do that if we are not connected in a more personal way. Once you get in that personal way, you can get my cell phone, you can text me, but don't abuse that either because that's just kind of creepy, you know. Same thing for anybody else. When you develop these relationships in your network on a social media platform, stay in your lane, support them, and that is going to intrinsically have them support you, but don't just be like all pushy and stuff. just kind of like my 2 cents for the night, I guess, because why not? My show, right? No, it's not my show. It's everybody's show. I want you to be a guest on Just Jackson Gas. Guys, again, you don't have to have special degrees. You don't have to talk about just re-entry or travel. You can talk about anything. However, I want it to be something that you feel is going to help you and support you. So I want to thank all of you for being here. I see Damien's here and Gregory's here. Kenny, I can't even thank you enough for the support. And Bill Hobbs, love you to death, my friend. Thank you for everything. Big shout out to Rita and Trip. I cannot wait to see what is in store for them. I cannot wait to follow along on their podcast, be at the conference with them, do so many cool things. Again, a reminder that upcoming wellness retreat, Miha Leadership Coaching, feel free to reach out to me for more information on that if you want to come to West Michigan or if you already live here. And I still have one of those $20 vouchers for the upcoming Work-Life Balance Summit. Feel free to reach out to Damien Kinsey or Dr. Tanya Farron if you want more information, or just message me directly. But make sure that the first words you say is summit or tickets or show. Don't be like, hey, I want to talk to you about this, because I'll think you're trying to sell me something. So I probably won't respond. So the first couple words in a DM, I will catch those. All right. Thank you. I know we went a little over tonight, but there was a lot of stuff to say. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. And I am so thankful to have you on the show. Message me if you want to get on stage, though, because seeing your comments are amazing. Getting you on stage is a whole nother ball game. Thanks, guys. Have a super great week. Next week, we got the cool Felipe and Annette coming on stage. Felipe's been in the comments. You're going to want to hear all about him. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.